I will call you back again to another video lecture on C++ programming, and in this video lecture, I'll go ahead and teach you how to pass parameters by references. So here we'll learn how to pass parameters by reference. For to understand this concept, we are most going to take an example project on that. Alright? So we're going to learn how to swap two numbers, and here we're going to learn that by references. Okay, we want to reference these numbers. After we've already learned about references, we're going to learn how to call by a reference. That is passing parameters by reference. So first of all, we're going to swap two numbers, and the first thing we need to do is, let's go ahead below the main function and create a simple function that will help us to swap these two numbers. I'm going to call that swap underscore num. Alright, so swap underscore num. And then we go ahead and initialize two variables. And let that be A, and I'm going to reference that by int A, to reference that, and int y, int b. Alright, so now we have these things. Let's go ahead and initialize a variable of z, semicolon, and then let's z be equal to A, and then we have saved the value of the address of A right inside Z. Okay, so that is what we just did, put a semicolon at the end, and then we're here and say A to be equal to B. Then we have now put the value of B right inside A, and then we're going to put the value of A right inside B. How can we do that? We now go ahead and say that B is equal to Z and put a semicolon at the end. So this is going to return. Go ahead and return or put a semicolon. So now this simple logic we have us to be able to swap these two numbers. What we actually did, we first of all initialize the variable Z, and then we put in the address of A right inside Z, and then we put in the value of B right inside A, and went back and put the value of Z right inside B. At this moment, we've swapped these two numbers. And remember that we did that with references up there. So go up here and copy this. Copy just as in everything here. Right, the very first one, and go below namespace and paste that, put a semicolon at the end. So you can be able to call the function right now. So that is function declaration. So go back right inside the main function. Let's go back right inside main function and initialize variables of int x, and let x be equal to 78 and put a semicolon, and int y, and let y be equal to 50 and put a semicolon. Alright, now we want to swap these two numbers, so we have to call the function, but let's go below right here and say cout, and let's cout be equal to, let's say cout. Alright, there, let's go ahead and swap this number by saying numbers. Wow, right, so many. So numbers before swapping. So numbers before swapping for x. Let's say x is equal to, go ahead and put a value of x right in there, x, and put a value of x, and end the line right there, and continue. Let's say cout numbers before swapping for y, and let's y be equal to, put a value of y right there, and close that, and blind, and put a semicolon. Alright, so this you have also show the value of x and y, so that we know that x is equal to 78 and y is equal to 0 before we swap it. And to call this swap function, we just go ahead and we have a function called swap. Alright, so we have a function called swap right in there. And you can see the function there. Go ahead and place the value of x and y right in there and place semicolon at the end. And once you do that, it will go ahead and interchange the value, because what swap does in C++ is that whenever you call a function, it has already known that what it needs to do is to interchange the value of x and y, and not just x and y, and the variable name you use. Alright? So to go ahead and interchange whatever is on the left side, you put it in the right side, and whatever is in the right side, you put it then in the left side, and that is how it does. Alright? Now, want to know the values after swapping, so there is no need to go ahead and start typing this again. I'm going to copy that. Okay. Remember, you don't need to copy so much so you don't make mistake or run into program. Then what you need to go ahead and do this as the numbers after swapping, and numbers after swapping. So we have numbers before swapping. This is to give us the original values of x and y, which is 78 and 50 respectively. And then numbers after swapping is going to be 50 and 78 respectively. So if I'm right, let's go ahead and run this code and check it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at this. You can see that we have numbers before swapping. X is equal to 78 and y is equal to 50. And numbers after swapping, x is equal to 50 and y is equal to 78. Can you see that? You see that this works out fine, and this is called by reference, okay? And this is not a pointer, just like we have already known in pointer. This is called by reference. I believe that you recently called the lecture where we treated this by pointer, and you can see the difference between a pointer and a reference. So yes, we're going to look more into returning a variable or returning values by reference, and you're going to understand more about references in the next video lecture. But at the moment, go ahead and put this down in your own system, check it out, and practice with it. And in case if you have any question, please don't fail to use the question and the answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.